JJ and Rich. It's Thursday, September 5. You can call us right now at 877-937-1047. You can text us, too. Check out this text. By the way, you text us, you text JJR, and whatever you want to say to 96893. Here's the text to start off everything. Good morning, John Jay. This is Rich's pimple. My name is Mark. I just wanted to wink at you and say happy belated birthday.
Oh, my gosh.
Still there, still firing today, too.
John Jay and Rich, can you do a compilation of Rich saying, whoa? He does it a lot lately. Very exaggerated. Whoa. Well, we're going to have to work on that one, Rich.
Sure.
Oh, no.
Bring it on.
Now we're requesting the Rich montage.
Right.
I got another one that says, why do you read all of Rich's negative comments but none of Payton's? You know Payton has a bunch. And I was like, first of all, no, you don't. Second of all, Rich can take it. Payton doesn't start crying and leave.
I think I can take it in
No
the room,
way.
and then I'm going to walk out.
No
Yeah.
way.
In
can
the
you
room,
take it?
I can put face on.
In the room, but then it's hard not to let negative stuff get to you, I think.
And from you guys, I'm good. From the outside people, maybe not.
There's a certain point after a while where I think you get pretty not sensitive skin. You get pretty callous for it. Like for me, it's very rare for it to bother me.
It just means people are listening, and that's fine. We like that. Keep listening. Keep being annoyed. Just keep listening.
Great that you have that.
And then when you text us, you text JJR, whatever you want to say, to 96893. We'll either call you back, we'll text you back, or maybe we'll just read your text on the air. Like Stephanie here. Am I taking Stephanie here? Hi, Stephanie. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you text us?
Yes, I did.
What'd you say?
I said, good. I forgot what I said. What
You
did I
don't
say?
have to read it. You can just tell us.
I just said good morning from California. That I finally realized that I could listen to you guys live on the app while I was getting my kids ready.
Oh, yes. You can listen to us live on the iHeartRadio app. Very cool.
I always fall behind because I usually listen while I'm driving, so I always fall behind on all the episodes. So I was like, I should just start listening live.
You should.
While I'm getting them out.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Stephanie. Have a great day. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, you can listen to us live on the iHeartRadio app. You go to, I think the best way is to go to 1047 KISS FM Phoenix is the best way to listen to it. And then, of course, the John G. Rich On Demand podcast, which is after we're live. So, anyway. Okay, Payton, Rich and I used to have this rule on our show that there's two things we didn't really like to talk about. One was airplane flights. When someone gets on a plane, they'd be like, oh my God, turbulence and all this stuff. We'd be like, well, you're here, so everything's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the other one was dreams. We used to go, because when you tell a dream, it's not real, it's not whatever. But unless, of course, they're one-liner dreams. Hey, man, I had this dream last night that whatever, and then you just move on. But you've been having some crazy dreams lately.
I have.
So let's break it down then.
Well,
Let's see.
I'm not exactly sure what's going on and why I'm having these vivid dreams, to the point where I remember everything that happened in them. And last night, I had a dream that I got married. So I just want to say thank you to Nick and Caitlin because I got married in their backyard.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, Rich. I was not very nice to you in my dream because you suggested that I get married at this venue, and they decided to irrigate the entire wedding venue 4 hours before I decided to walk down the aisle, and I was so PO'd at you. I was so mad. I blamed you for my whole wedding debacle going downhill. It was absolutely awful, to the point where I was crying hysterically in my dream, and then when I woke up, my eyes were all crusty because I actually think I was crying in my sleep.
Boy, that is real.
But what about the fact that the detail that you were mad at Rich because 4 hours before the wedding, the backyard was irrigated? That's such an interesting storyline to put in your dream. But I will tell you this. I remember my mom telling me that if you have a dream that there's a wedding, that there's going to be a death. And if you have a dream that there's a baby being born, it means there's going to be a wedding.
What if there's a death?
I don't remember what that is.
An irrigation. We don't.
You had a dream that there's going to be a death?
Well, yeah, it was actually very weird. I woke up and told Scott about it, and I had this dream that I was at this funeral, and I was annoyed because of all the things happening at the funeral. It seemed like it shouldn't be happening, and it turned out me and my sisters had planned this funeral, and I was confused because I was waiting for my Starbucks, and I'm like, what is happening? And then right after the funeral, I'm sitting there and I just burst out crying, and I'm so sad because I realized it was my mom's funeral. And I was so mad because apparently the things that were happening at the funeral were the things that my mom had said shouldn't happen at the funeral. And the phone rings, and right when I pick it up, it goes, "This is the last time you'll ever talk to your mom." And I was like, "Hello?" And she was like, "It was great. Don't worry about it." And she was laughing. And I was like, "Oh my God, that was weird." And I woke up because Easton came to me in the middle of the night because he had just had a bad dream. And I was like, "What was your dream about?" Because if it was about my mom, I was going to call my mom right then and there.
How do you go back to sleep after that?
Well, it wasn't. His dream wasn't. But I didn't really go back to sleep.
I can't imagine.
So we got to Google that.
weird.
We got to figure out what a dream
that's
means
about.
of a wedding, dream of a death, and dream of a baby. And dream of irrigation.
Dream of
Irrigation's got to be something.
It's all right though, Rich. I forgive you.
So are you eating something different? Are you doing something? Because sometimes a lot of times, I remember one time I heard that if you drink milk before bed, it makes a lot of dreams happen.
Oh, I don't drink milk.
I know, but I'm just kidding. Is there something else? Is there something new in your diet?
You did say you just started like trying to eat healthier.
I did. That is true. So I've been cutting out carbs. Maybe that's it.
Maybe that's
You
it.
should keep track, like a dream journal, like in psychology class in college. We spent a whole year on dream.
Yeah, John Jay gets my dream
analysis.
journal like every night.
But like as soon as you wake up, you should write them down because they do say that it is your mind trying to give you a message
So
of
weird.
some type. It's not just mental garbage, but your brain's trying to get you through something. So whatever that is.
Well, if we can, maybe we can get a dream expert on. If anyone knows of a dream expert, could you please shoot us a text? Text JJR and the word dream expert, and then give us their name, and we'll get them on the show to 96893. Total side note, by the way. You got to follow our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and search John Jay and Rich and follow it because Grant's posting stuff up there all the time. Stuff that happens behind the scenes or just our whole show. Stuff you can watch our whole show on YouTube. Kyle, what do you got for 3 things we need to know?
A tragic active shooter situation went down at Appalachia High School in Georgia yesterday morning. I don't know about you guys, but my heart just dropped when I saw the news break on social media. 2 students, 2 teachers lost their lives, and about 30 others were injured. Now, authorities did arrest a shooter, a 14-year-old student who surrendered to the police when confronted by a school resource officer. He's now in custody, and they said he's facing several murder charges, and will be tried as an adult. Now, if you have DirecTV and you're wondering, where'd ESPN go? Where'd all those Disney channels go?
Been dealing with it for about a week now at my house.
They're gone.
It's a big deal at my house because
Yeah.
you can't watch the U.S. Open.
You can't watch the Open.
But my wife has cable. We have cable, so she switches over cable.
Yeah, well, a lot of people don't have that luxury, and it's not just the tennis Grand Slam, it's not just the U.S. Open, it's the start of college and professional football season. So there's a lot of DirecTV customers dealing with this, 11 million to be specific, who
Wow.
have these channels blacked out. And it's all because, like Disney and DirecTV, they can't come to an agreement in their contract, and their current contract expired on the 1st, and now they're still dealing with it. And DirecTV is like, we're going to give you a $20 credit for dealing with this. And then Disney's like, they're like telling you the wrong story, and they're just fighting. I'm like, just get along because
Yeah.
you're
Put it
serving
on.
customers.
Yeah.
I was telling my wife this because, again, she's obsessed with tennis. And she's like, when it went down, it happened, like you said, it happened on the 1st. Like she was watching it and it just stopped.
Just blacked out.
And they put a thing on the screen that says, sorry, DirecTV has problems. So fortunately we have cable, Cox Cable. So we go to cable and we were able to watch it. And last night I was like, I wonder how many people are frustrated by this.
A lot.
And then
Yeah.
Dutch,
11 million.
the other night, Dutch was trying to watch the Florida game against somebody and he couldn't get it on. And he, as Dutch would have, an illegal app on his phone that he can watch anything he wants to watch. So he watched the rest of the game.
Sure.
And that's so.
Yeah, so hopefully they can come to an agreement soon, because I'm sure it is frustrating. I mean, and plus, like, you're paying DirecTV to get this service, you should be able to get the service.
Speaking of DirecTV, yesterday was my birthday, and a wonderful way to spend your birthday is to have DirecTV come out to your house for a long time.
Just hang out.
And then tell you that they can't do anything. That was yesterday.
What a bummer. Failing all around. I'm sure they'll make up for it. So, evidence has now shown that racket sports, like tennis, like pickleball, can actually extend your life expectancy by like a lot. They said people who regularly play racket sports reduce your risk of death by almost 50%.
Wow, I wonder why. Like,
Because you're moving.
Well,
Moving.
they said a
Well, yeah,
couple of
but-
things. Racket sports are a full body workout, which
Okay.
obviously, like Rich said, is good. The movement is good for you. And it also includes socializing like you can't play racket sports alone. You have to have someone hit it back to you.
Right.
And they said those two things combined they're all really good for your mental well-being, your physical well-being, and can extend your life.
Does
Pickleball.
ping pong count as that?
Yeah, sure, it's a racket sport.
It's
Tiny
a paddle,
racket
not
sport.
a racket. I don't think.
I feel like
sweating.
pickleball, you get like tighter than you think you would.
I've never played. I'd
It's
be
like
into it,
half
though.
a tennis court, so you feel like I can handle this. Is no big deal. But if you play for an hour, you will feel it.
And you will, if you do it regularly, extend your life expectancy. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Payton, what's the vibe for predictions today?
It's National Shrink Day, so I'm going to tell you if you're easy to vent to or not based on your zodiac sign.
877-937-1047. One last piece of advice about seeing a shrink.
No way. I don't need any shrink, therapist, counselor, motivational speaker, or guru.
I'm a life coach.
Oh, tell me more.
Well, yeah, that's so perfect because I'm going to tell you if you're easy to vent to or not based on your zodiac sign. So if it's your birthday today, you are a Virgo, and you share a birthday with Freddie Mercury and Michael Keaton.
Wow, Beetlejuice.
I know.
Nicole, good morning. What's your sign?
Good morning. I'm a Gemini.
Okay. For Gemini, you're going to get 2 responses from them. Either, OMG, no, tell me more, or they're just going to switch topics mid-sob story to tell you about a new conspiracy theory that they just read. But by the end of it, you're going to be either super confused or laughing when you're venting to a Gemini.
Yes, for sure. My mind is always just rolling and rolling with different ideas and different directions.
Totally.
Thanks, Nicole.
You're welcome. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
You too. Hi, Steve. What's your sign?
Good morning. I'm a Cancer.
Okay, Cancers, you guys are the emotional sponge. They're going to cry with you, they're going to cry for you, and they're going to cry after you leave. So honestly, a Cancer is in the emotional roller coaster more than you probably are. They're going to listen deep and bring snacks and tissues. So they're definitely a good person to vent to.
Oh, 100%. Everyone comes to me for their problems. I mean, not even when I want them to, you know?
I get that. But I'm glad that you can be there for them, Steve the Cancer. That's great.
Exactly. You guys have a good day.
You too, Steve. Hello, November. What is your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Taurus, you guys are my human weighted blanket. Their lap, absolutely free. Their snacks, they're gourmet. Venting to a Taurus is basically therapy with snacks, but they'll remind you at least 5 times that you need to just chill.
That's absolutely right. Just chill, Payton. Just chill.
All right, November. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day, guys.
How about for Rich the Pisces?
Rich, my Pisces, you guys, I don't know what that was. Pisces, you guys feel all the feelings. You guys are that friend. They're going to cry. They're going to draw in an emotional support doodle with you. Maybe write a poem about your heartbreak. You guys are super empathetic, but you might get too lost in your feelings or in their feelings.
I'd say that kind of tracks.
Yeah. You let it take over your whole day.
That's true. I mean, if you get a problem, I want to try to solve it for you.
Yeah, right.
What about Libra, Kyle's?
Yeah, Kyle, Libra is so ready to be someone's emotional support system until you tell them that they might need to pick a side. They're going to listen, but halfway through, they're going to be like, I also understand where they're coming from. So you kind of got to gamble with the Libra.
I do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, let me just play devil's advocate.
No,
Could
that's
they
exactly
be thinking
it.
this? It's a problem.
Yeah,
but
but you're
I'm
a
there
voice
for you
of-
at the same time.
Totally. Reason.
We got a text. It says, can you do Cancer horoscope for Nathan? I feel like not enough Cancers call in. Someone called in already. Steve called in, Nathan. What about for Virgo?
John J. Virgo is the friend who is like, okay, I hear you, but here's a 5-step plan to fix your life and make it 10 times better. Venting to a Virgo is great, but be prepared for a full analysis, spreadsheet, and probably a therapy recommendation.
You know what? That's a really good thing that I do, but it bothers my wife.
Really?
And she's like, you don't have to solve everything and tell me how to solve everything.
Just
like, okay,
listen.
sorry, I can't help where I was born. All right, what about for you, for Leos?
Well, Leos, we are all about the drama, but really our drama. We're going to let you vent, but only if you agree to listen to how our Starbucks order got messed up yesterday. So expect a Leo to compare your trauma to their latest manicure tragedy. I just gotta defend my Leos over here because we do tend to if someone's telling us something, we'll kind of turn in and be like, oh, well, this happened to me, but we're just relating. We're just listening. I relate to what you're going through. It's not about me.
Loudly back. Yeah,
Loudly back with a bigger, better story.
Yes. I was actually watching that
I'm not
post-show
trying to
yesterday.
one-up you.
Isn't that really funny? Is it Kristen Wiig or someone who does that sketch on SNL?
Is it the Target lady?
She's like, I have a worse one, and it's way worse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But we're empathizing with you. Anyway.
All right, so if we didn't get to your sign there, I'll post on our website, johnjaneandrich.com. We got Universal Studios, Hollywood Halloween Horror Night passes about an hour from now. Phoenix Mercury tickets 2 hours from now. You got to keep listening. It's now time for Stacks and Hacks. I have stacks of information. Rich has life hacks of information. According to a new survey, a lot of Americans dabble in hoarding. Kyle Unfug. Half of us say we have at least one room in our house that is unsalvageable due to all the clutter. Kyle, don't you have a lot of stuff going on in the trunk of your car right now?
I did.
Oh,
I've been
did?
driving around. My trunk's absolutely full of clothes and old backpacks and stuff to donate. And every day, I'm like, today's the day. I'm going to drop these off. And I think probably a month and a half has gone by. And I'm like, guess today wasn't the day. And then over the weekend, it was the day.
And where'd you go?
It was so satisfying. I was actually picking up pizzas at Little Caesars for my kids. And I realized, oh my gosh, there's a Goodwill right in the same parking lot. Like, if I don't make it happen right now, it's never happening. And I did it. I was so proud of myself. So now my trunk is empty.
According to another survey, 9% of mothers admit that they've regretted the name they gave their kid. 10% say it just doesn't fit their personality.
That was Kylie Jenner when she renamed her kid
That's
two
right.
times.
That's right.
I know one person that did that. Didn't rename, but just was bummed they named their kid what they named their kid. Lamborghini is releasing a new baby stroller. It'll be out next year. No word on how much it'll cost, but please, that's crazy. Amazon is denying a rumor that they're banning their delivery drivers from singing along to the radio because it distracts them and negatively impacts their driving safety. And the reason they're doing that is because this video went viral of an Amazon driver having a good time.
Something else that these vehicles have is the in-vehicle camera safety technology. It's looking to make sure that you're driving safely. My daddy was a family-based man. My mama was an engineer. And I was born.
So they say, no, you can't do that. It's not safe.
lame.
Yeah, it's very lame. 53-year-old man in Florida was driving around in his souped-up Dodge Charger when another guy went up to him and said, hey, that's a really cool ride. And the guy got out of the car and punched him in the face.
Wow.
He thought maybe that it was... In fact, here's part of that little argument.
You want to clap? You big tough guy? I'm trying to tell you, nice car, bro. I like your car. You better pay attention.
Then he punched him in the face.
Whoa.
A homeowner in Ohio says she has received complaints from community members for putting up her elaborate, super elaborate Halloween display earlier than usual this year. It wasn't yesterday. She put it up a month ago.
It's a little early. That is a little early.
Did you see the Chipotle Halloween costumes?
Yes.
Yes, I actually tried to go buy them.
Wait, what is
They look
it?
great.
So they are Chipotle and Spirit Halloween are launching a costume collection. It's a burrito, it's a fork, it's the napkin, and I went their bodysuits. So I went to go buy one. They're not available yet.
Oh, bummer.
I was so
want
excited.
their bodysuits, like the ones that are like from the head to the toes all the way down.
Yeah,
Oh,
like a
wow.
morph suit. They're
Oh,
really
wow.
cool. I wanted the fork and the silver one, the burrito. But
That's awesome.
Rich, what do you got for life hacks?
Costume.
Okay, so I tried this the last 2 nights, and I'm pretty sure it works because I fell asleep too fast to count how fast I fell asleep. It's a military hack for falling asleep because in the military, they got to fall asleep in the middle of some pretty loud war zones, truly, and a lot of noises distract people from going to sleep. So here is the military secret to fall asleep. I tried it the last few nights and went to sleep so quick that I'm just sure it works. So here's what you do. You have to relax your entire body, starting from your head, moving down to your toes, specifically in that order, like unclench your jaw, let your shoulders go limp. Sounds kind of like the end of yoga class when they tell you to totally relax in Savasana. Let your arms feel weightlessness, and then you take some deep breaths, loosen the muscles in your legs and feet, and then you just focus on counting your breaths. 1, 2, probably slower than that, and you will drift off into dreamland in about 2 minutes. I've tried it. It totally works. For those instructions, you need just go to our website, which is johnjaneandrich.com.
I started something that my wife told me about that helps you fall asleep right away.
What is that?
And I've done it, and every time I do it, it's like, you ever had like surgery or your teeth pulled and they give the anesthesia and they tell you to count backwards?
Yeah.
And you go 10, 9, 8, you don't remember anything else? That's exactly what happens. I'll do it, and then when I get to 8, I don't remember anything else.
You start at 10 and you get to 8?
No, it's like that. I'm not. I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you exactly Blake's sleep hack that she doesn't even know that I do every night. Okay. The little sleep hack that my wife... So my wife went to this place. It's North Tucson. It's called Miraval. They have one in Austin, Texas, and they have one in Tucson, Arizona. And it's a really cool place, right? Where they do all this spiritual stuff and they have all these weird challenges and they have, no cell phones allowed, and it's really cool. And she went, and then I went with her one time. But when I went with her, I wasn't in this class or all these different classes you take. She comes back from a class and she says, it was like a whole meditation thing. And she said that when you're trying to go to sleep, if you hold your breath for 4 seconds and then let it out, then hold your breath for 4 seconds and then let it out, and you keep doing that, you'll fall asleep. I've only been able to do it twice because I don't remember.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Like I'm lying there in bed and I just go, hold it. Did I do it the second time? I don't remember anything else. It's happened every night.
That's
Isn't that crazy?
amazing. Yeah.
Now, also, the four of us are very much sleep deprived, but there are times where I'm like, I'm tossing and turning and I don't go to sleep, and this always gets me out. It's unbelievable. It's like a knockout drug.
Must slow down your brain.
Yeah,
Or
maybe.
I'm like, does it?
Deprive the oxygen?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, is it safe?
It's only 4 seconds,
Are you passing out?
but it makes
I
me
mean,
not
it's been
remember.
working for you. So
It sounds.
It must be fine.
It reminds me of like when you're at the dentist or getting surgery and they tell you to count back from 10 and then you don't remember anything. That's how I sit there and I go, okay, I wonder if this is going to work this time. And then I do it, and then all of a sudden the next morning I'm like, oh my God.
It worked.
It worked, yeah. All right, so I also want to, we haven't talked about TV in a while, and I want to get into a couple of TV shows because there's one show we haven't talked about, and I was only watching it out of spite because of the actor in it. It bothers me, but I'm all in and I really like it. It's Vince Vaughn's show called Bad Monkey. It's on Apple TV. It's number 1 on Apple TV, and it's any of you guys seen it yet?
Yeah, I started it, but I'm only about an episode in.
Okay.
But it's likable.
Kyle? No, you haven't?
No.
I think there's 5 episodes now, and it's pretty damn good. And Vince Vaughn, Vince Vaughn's character in all the movies he does? Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a toned down version of that, but then it gets better. Now I'm all in on Vince Vaughn right now. I mean, don't get me wrong, as a neighbor, he's a butthole. But as this character, Yancey, it's called Bad Monkey on Apple TV, is pretty good. The other show I was telling Kyle about is season 4 of Slow Horses. It's fantastic. Only 1 episode dropped, but it is absolutely fantastic. If you like a spy thriller and murder and then comedy, it's all there.
It's such a good show, though. I almost want to wait until a few episodes are dropped. Then I can binge watch.
It's kind of funny. I wonder if these TV shows did research on stuff because, like, you like a whole season being dropped, but a lot of them are doing week by week, like old school, right? And like, I'm kind of liking the week by week on certain shows right now. Like, Bad Apple drops once a week, Slow Horses drops once a week, and it's working for me right now.
It's like you get excited for it. It's like you have something to look
it's
forward
Tuesday.
to. Yeah.
They get a longer hype, too.
Yeah.
People talk about it longer.
I forget about it. And
I know
and
sometimes
never
you
go
do,
back.
Yeah.
unless it's like a great show. I don't forget about it. Like, so I'm all in on this Bad Monkey. You should
I love Chimp Crazy, and I watched the first 2 episodes, and then what was it? Just yesterday, you're like, "Have you guys watched the most recent episode?" I'm like, "Oh, I forgot about that show."
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've watched 3 shows for
let
the
me
same
explain
time.
what that phenomenon is to me. Is that it was good, but it wasn't as compelling to keep me. Like, if I'm glad that it wasn't, because I don't think I'd go and watch 5 episodes.
And
of
you
that.
see the madness of it, and then you're like, okay, I know what that is.
Yeah, but like Slow Horses, you finish it, I want to go right to the next one. It's almost like that whole thing about less is more, and they keep you wanting more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's kind of how I feel. I wonder if there's doing research or something.
I think it's that it helps them so they don't have to keep pumping out shows so quickly,
True.
because it does take a while to film a season of a TV show.
Right.
And then you forget about it when it's off for a year and a half. You forget, like, the recaps don't do any justice because you're totally out.
when they're gone
Yeah.
that long, it sucks.
But that's a hard thing to sustain, pumping out shows that quickly.
Hey, Cheryl, what's up? Good morning.
Hey, John Jay, I do exactly the regimen that you were talking about in order to help you go to sleep. I do it, pretty much nightly, and it does work.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know it works. So you hold your breath for 4 seconds?
No, yeah, okay. First of all, you relax. Obviously, I always sleep on my back anyway, and then you count to 4, and then hold it for 4 seconds, and then release it for another 4 seconds,
Yeah, I'm
and
telling
you
you
just
guys.
keep doing that. And before you know it, I mean, I sleep soundly.
Yeah, so
it
do I,
does
guys.
work.
I got an 89 sleep score last night.
Hey.
I know. The night before, I got a 90.
Impressive.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Well, okay. You guys have a nice day. You guys are the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, look at that. A radio show that knows how to sleep together, stays on the air together forever. We got to work on each other. At one point, I do want to get a gift for everybody. At some point, I want to get everybody Oura rings. I think it'd be fun if we all wore Oura rings, because they have a thing called circles where you're in a group, so you can see how everyone's sleep score is in your group, and you kind of get competitive. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Rich got a 79. What'd you do last night? What time did you go to bed?
That is funny. I do notice like people who track their sleep scores always like to talk about their sleep.
Always. It's like back in the day being vegan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Personality trait at that point.
But when I see somebody with an Oura ring on, I go, how'd you sleep last night?
That's so funny. I know my father-in-law, actually, he just moved up north, and he didn't have furniture for like a month, so he was sleeping on an air mattress in his house for a month. I was like, hey, how's it been now that you've got like your furniture in the house? And he's like, check this out. And he pulls up his app. He's like 97. And I was like, good job. So yes, you're sleeping good now?
Does he get a 97 on the Whoop? Does he have a Whoop or he has an Oura ring?
I think he has, I don't know what he has. It's I think through the Apple Watch.
Okay.
Do they do that on the
They
Watch?
do
I don't have
that on
Apple Watch.
Apple Watch.
I think they do, but I don't leave mine on at night.
I know, I get a rash whenever I leave my Apple Watch on.
He does. I think he does. I think that's where he got it from, you guys.
Okay.
When you hear this, which you'll be hearing a lot in about a month, but it's kind of Halloween season. We've been doing this Hollywood Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. We've been giving tickets away, 4-packs, and we're going to do that again. But we're doing something a little different too, because there's also Beetlejuice that opens up this weekend. Have you guys heard any reviews about Beetlejuice yet?
I saw that they got a standing ovation at their screening, so I think that's good.
That's a pretty good review.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Nick has put together a Beetlejuice game.
Guys, I'm so excited for Beetlejuice. Like, it was one of my favorite movies, like, as a kid. Like, on Saturday mornings, like, my dad would turn on the TV and he would ignore me. But we would just watch Beetlejuice.
It's a good movie.
It's so
Great
good.
movie.
And seeing Michael Keaton back and Catherine O'Hara and then
Jenna
Ortega. I mean, it's going to be phenomenal. And I have put together a little open for this game today, you guys. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we might want to turn off the other bad.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
The juice is loose. It's Beetlejuice week, and Nick has got a game for you. Feel free to express yourselves. Don't be afraid.
What do you think of this?
Gong gong.
Let's go!
Yes, I'm so ready.
Beetlejuice is out tomorrow. Here is the trivia game. It's based on Beetlejuice. Mm-hmm. We'll start with John J. Van Ness. Mm-hmm. John J. Mm-hmm. How many times has Tim Burton been nominated for an Academy Award? Of course, the director of Beetlejuice.
Well, I would say probably for Batman, probably for that. I'm going to say twice.
Wow, twice is correct.
Yeah, thank you.
Neither of those movies that you listed were the ones.
You didn't ask me that. You said
I know. Well, it was going to be the bonus question. Anyway, it was for Frankenweenie and Corpse Bride.
Oh, I love Corpse Bride. Such a solid movie.
Richard, in addition to 2 celebrated short films, which full-length Burton feature film came before Beetlejuice? A, Batman. B, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. C, Tron. D, Edward Scissorhands.
Ooh, good one. I believe it is Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
That is correct.
Beetlejuice.
Way to go, Rich. John J. Rich, both on the board today. How exciting. Pepe, you ready for this? Mm-hmm. The trickster demon Beetlejuice is back. Again, played by Academy Award nominee Michael Keaton. Including Beetlejuice, how many times have Tim Burton and Michael Keaton worked together?
Geez, Louise. Well, 3.
3 is
times.
Incorrect.
Four.
4 is incorrect.
2?
5.
5 is correct.
Wow.
I figured Batman 1, Batman 2, and then the 2 Beetlejuice movies. What else?
Dumbo.
He was in Dumbo.
Oh, I didn't see Dumbo. Dang
I
it.
didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah,
I
so
forgot
there
he
you
did
go.
that.
5 times, guys. They're like best friends. Kyle, Lydia Dietz's daughter, Astrid, played by Jenna Ortega, also joins her family in that famous White House on the Hill in Beetlejuice. On which project has Ortega collaborated with Tim Burton? A, Wednesday, B, Dumbo, C, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, or D, The Babysitter Killer Queen?
Wow. Okay, I don't remember her in Dumbo. Wednesday, I don't know if Tim Burton works on it. I don't know the other two. So I'm going to go with Wednesday.
Wednesday's correct!
Beetlejuice.
Kyle takes a commanding lead.
Right.
Hot dog, Kyle. John Jay. Justin Theroux joins the cast of Beetlejuice as Rory, Lydia's manager and fiance. Not only a performer, Theroux is also a screenwriter. Which of the following films did he write? A, Zoolander 2. B, Tropic Thunder. C, Rock of Ages. D, Iron Man 2. E, all of the above.
It's almost always all of the above, I think, when there's an all of the above.
So tricky when there's all of the above.
I was going to go with Tropic Thunder. No. What was the other one?
Zoolander.
Rock of Ages. No, it's going with Rock of Ages because he looks like a rock star. I'm going to go all of the above.
All of the above is correct.
Beetlejuice. Good job.
Ties up Kyle there. Rickard, in both the original film and Beetlejuice, what is the name of the town where the Dietz family home is located?
Oh, come on.
A, Frozen Falls, Connecticut. B, Winter River, Connecticut. C, Falling Leaves, Connecticut. D, Icy Rivers, Connecticut.
Is this the second one? Did you say Windy Rivers?
I
Is that
said
what you said?
Winter River.
Winter Rivers. I believe that's what it is.
He's sure about it, and he is correct.
Beetlejuice.
I can see the little sign.
What real life town stands in for the film's fictitious town? Do you know, Rich? How about that?
Somewhere in Delaware.
No, wrong. Take away a point. Of course, it's East
Beetlejuice.
Vermont.
Of course.
It looks Vermonty.
Payton, the memorable Shrinker. You know, the deceased man with a shrunken head in the original film.
I see him.
So he works for Beetlejuice now. What is his name? A, Bob. B, Mike. C, Steve. D, Brad.
I'm going with C, Steve.
No,
Dang.
wrong.
Is it Bob?
Bob is
I
correct.
remember. I've only seen that movie one time, and it was when it first came out, and I remember Bob.
Dude, Bob was very memorable.
I see his head.
Scene stealer.
Kyle, one rule for the afterlife in Beetlejuice. Be careful when exiting through a door. You might wind up in a desert wind up in a desert on a Saturn moon with what monster lurking beneath your feet?
It's the big snake thing.
Do you want the options? I could also just give you the
Sure.
options. How about demon shrinkers? B, deceased spiders? C, gigantic sandworms? Or D, venomous tunnelers?
Gigantic sandworms.
Wow, she got it!
Beetlejuice.
Final question. This one's for the room. True or false? Catherine O'Hara returns to play Delia Dees.
True
is correct! Beetlejuice.
Oh, what
Out
a
this
game.
weekend. So exciting.
All right, so Beetlejuice is out tomorrow. Technically, tonight. Okay, yesterday I was going back and forth. I think I said this on the air yesterday about the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce breakup. They're supposed to break up on the 28th, right?
Yep.
Then I saw somebody sent me the actual copies of the contract, and I sent those to Kyle.
Yeah, and it started blowing up online yesterday because everyone started sharing it, and everyone was like, "Oh no, I didn't want to believe that their relationship was fabricated, but now this comes out and it really feels like it." And it got so intense that Travis Kelce's people had to come forward and actually do a statement saying that the document was fabricated, not their relationship. That they said that document's totally fake and false, and they're trying to find whoever quote unquote leaked it, but they don't think they will find who leaked it, which makes it even more suspicious to me. But I would think that'd be a pretty easy.
So if
thing
it was
to track
real,
down.
are they going to go, yes, it's real, we're breaking up
They're
with
not gonna say it's
That's what I
real.
mean. Of course they're going to say it's
I
not
know,
real.
of
So now
course.
they got to be like, oh God, I guess we got to keep this going for another 6 months.
Right.
Okay, and you know what? I literally, do you guys remember when they very first started dating? There was all the rumors that it wasn't real.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Like some people had political reasons why they were together. Some people had it was for the NFL, and they had the deal because of that. And it was like, maybe at that point they were like, okay, let's give it until September 28th. And by then, everyone will think it's real. And then we'll have the calculated breakup. But now they're going to have to come up with a new one.
Right.
They're going to have to come up with a new one.
I mean, think about it. Their relationship in a year. I think they've been together a year. Has changed everything.
Sure.
It changed football. It changed the movies at Wolverine. It changed music. It changed magazines that sold. Links that got clicked on, all because of the Taylor Swift effect. It made him $100 million.
I literally was just going to bring that up. I'm like, what did he do to get into that contract? Like who decided to promote him?
I mean,
I think it's real.
The Super Bowl was won because of that.
I think
That
it's
was
real,
all
by the way. I
arranged.
think it's real.
Their relationship?
No,
or the,
no.
The
I think the document's real. Why would that exist?
Actors,
I know.
What?
They're pretty dang good actors, though, if this is fake.
How hard is it fake being in love? My wife does it all the time.
Stop. I think that's pretty hard to fake being in love. I don't know.
I mean, when you think about
Line
it,
of the week.
it does seem like it could be fabricated. I mean, when has Taylor ever been this open about a relationship?
True.
When is she spotted out in public so many times?
And at a certain level, like Tom Cruise, didn't they audition for his, his wife?
I mean, that was the rumor, but yeah.
I think people substantiated that. Like they did cast for his wife.
And we know how Hollywood works. We know Hollywood is very calculated.
Totally.
And if the breakup did go down the 28th, let's say we never saw the document, but it was always part of the plan and it was real. Let's just say for argument's purposes. Let's say that. I think that their plan for the breakup would be good. You know what I mean? Because nobody saw any drama around them. And we all talked about, well, he's better be careful when they do break up because the Swifties are a real strong fan base and they will come after him. But he's now come to this A-list celebrity status, making $100 million just for his podcast. On top of that, think about all the endorsement deals he's gotten just because of it. I think they said something like he's got 52 commercials or 52, more than any other NFL player right now.
And that probably means Kansas City Chiefs won't be in the Super Bowl because they already had that story where they dated, the magic happened, he wins the Super Bowl, they hug on the field. You can't do that 2 years in a row.
You could, but who knows what will happen.
Let's shift gears real quick because I think this is great news for music. Bieber. I really do.
Well, he hasn't put an album out in forever, hasn't released new music in I think over 3 years. And somehow we found out yesterday that he's got plans to release or is working on new music with McGee. And I was like, I had to look up McGee because it's spelled MK.GEE. And I didn't know who that was, but apparently it's a really big indie artist. Apparently McGee's big in the indie world. You don't know who
guitar
McGee is.
indie god.
Yeah. And so I don't know. I'm excited, and I know Peyton's probably really excited because we love Bieber music.
Yeah, Bieber fever, forever and ever until the day I die. So I'm very excited about it, and I'm cool. Justin Bieber, he's such a good artist. He can do R&B, he can hit pop. So I'm excited to see him in an indie world.
Plus the music's got to be about being a new dad.
I know.
He's
probably
relaunch
so
Baby.
Inspired.
He's going to have just a different point of view as a grown adult and now being a dad. So I bet you he's going to have smash songs. I think I'm excited.
Yeah.
I haven't been excited about something like that. That stuff doesn't get me excited. But every song he puts out is just so good. And all the people he collabs with are always so great.
Yeah.
This will be great.
When Justin Bieber does an Eras tour, I think it might be able to compete with Taylor Swift. I really do. I feel like us Bieber Beavers are going to come out of the woodworks for sure.
Could be.